right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
Second down and 8. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. From the gun, Josh Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Allen will throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
From the gun, it's Young. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, second and a yard. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. From the gun, it's Allen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll try and run here with Cook. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. On play action, Allen. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done, and if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
The Panthers offense ready for their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. To throw is Young. A throw left side caught by Sanders.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 2nd down, Young. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A tight end in motion now. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Allen on 3rd down. Ho-ho! He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Here's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 2nd down.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And the Bills have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Now Allen. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll be 3rd down. Young. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Allen going to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in by Shakir.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The motion man is Sanders. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Throwing is Young. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the...
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cole Bishop.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Allen to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Allen to throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
And this ball's intercepted by J.C. Horn. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Now Young. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes Hubbard on a toss to the right. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, 3rd and long. To throw is Young. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He fumbled the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. That into the hands of Hubbard. That's how to dig yourself out of a hole. A pickup of 18, much more manageable. 3rd and 2 coming up. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. They send a receiver in motion left. Young to throw on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Sanders. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Receiver in motion, going right. A 2nd down throw for Young. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Bills offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico.
First half
and Greg
played
Olsen.
out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. On first down is Young. Quick throw, taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On second down, Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
The motion man is Sanders. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Young hands it to Hubbard. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They send him right out of the slot. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He's got it at about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Allen working from the pistol. He's going to tuck it and go. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll find his running back, Cook. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will get out in front 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
One of the tight ends in motion right. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. Throwing is Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the toss, here's Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Allen is going to give it to Cook. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. Now Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Oh, now flags come in. It's like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Allen to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Young to throw on 1st and 10. There's that man again, another catch. Here's 2nd and 9. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll run it here with Hubbard. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense, and Josh Allen head back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. He's got his man, right side. It's complete.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll go play action with Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. To throw is Young. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. On 1st down, it's Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's Cook. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Cook. And he'll go down. Back at the 4. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Young.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here is 1st and goal. Here's Young. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. The timeouts are gone, so this becomes a must. They're going to line up for the onside kick. Past the 40.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. So a road win here for the Bills. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.